I'm going around the issue. Just be real. Being vulnerable is so hard. Okay. Start over.
And it goes a little something like.
How can you love you all summer and after fall? I'll keep.
What is up, everybody? It's your favorite country city kid, Bdolla from the G. I'm here. You are here. We are back here together for another video. Oh, so listen. Y'all already know the drill by now. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe, and make sure you follow me on Instagram and TikTok at the.Brian_, and make sure you follow me on Snapchat at Bdolla from the G, because that is what the place to be. That was so hard not to try to mess up, but anyway, y'all see the title, and we're talking about it today. We're talking about loneliness, okay? We're talking about it, something that's pretty vulnerable for me, or a sensitive area for me, because I typically talk about things once I process and come to a kind of finalized conclusion or resolve on a thing. And this is the first time that I am in the moment, like currently processing this idea and my experience with it. So fair warning, I may or may not cry, I don't know, but we're gonna get into it and we're gonna discuss it and really just see where I am with it right now. And I don't know if I'm gonna have any grand conclusion by the end of this, but in the spirit of remaining authentic and honest and open and transparent, I decided that, hey, this is what we're gonna be talking about. This was not the planned video, so I'm gonna try to gather my thoughts as concise as possible, but we are going to get into it. But make sure you comment, like, and subscribe, and let's get into this video. All right, so we're just gonna go right into it. So this thing of loneliness. So like I said already, I had a couple other videos planned I had a video planned for today, but when I woke up this morning, I kind of woke up with this morning I had no intention on posting about this topic. It was kind of something that just kind of came up as I was meditating, and I really felt led to make a video on this, and just continue to be transparent with you guys. So if I'm being honest, there was an individual that I have, interacted with, a couple of times in the past, and I saw something on Snapchat, and I just was like, you know what? You know what happens at 12:30, 1 o'clock at night. You kind of just like, let me just, hello. So I swiped up. It was a face picture, and I sent like a fire emoji and something else, and just, whatever. And he responded, said thanks, okay, cool. And even seeing his name pop up on my screen, it triggered something in me. And there was something in me that wanted to continue just to talk, because I have, with this specific person, I have historically wanted their attention. I wanted their focus. I wanted just their time, even though I knew that it probably wouldn't last that long. I'm just like, hey, something is better than nothing. Okay, so I did and tried to continue the conversation. Left me all red. Okay, that's fine. So I went to sleep, woke up, and he accidentally sent me just something random on Snapchat. Do I believe it or not? That's neither here nor there, but he just sent it. When he sent it, my heart started to race a little bit, because I'm like, oh, what do you want to talk about? And it just reminded me of the last year, because we started to interact with one another a year ago. And it just reminded me of the process that it has been to slowly but surely get past this specific connection, if you will. So it's never been, it's been mainly sexual, to be honest. It hasn't been anything, you know, or relationship it's just been sexually based. So trying to get over him in that way has been some work, to be honest. I see him regularly, so it's been whatever. So I really was met with this idea this morning when he did message me, whether it was accident or not. The way that I process a lot of my emotions is through writing. So sometimes when the emotions and the thoughts in my head are like running a mile a minute, it's hard to really come to a conclusion like, okay, what am I thinking? You know, so to see it on paper does a lot for me. So I have some of my notes. I've never shared any of my journals with anyone, but I really did felt led to. Yes, I'm gonna share. So, one of the things that I said was, the first thing that I said was, counterfeit attention feels better than no attention at all. So, even though that I know that this person, or just when I mean person, I mean in general now, this person is not meant to, I'm not meant to have their attention, or I'm not meant to have their undivided attention. Some attention feels better than none, right? So then I was met with this idea, or rather a fear of mine, that a fear of being alone. It's I guess a silent fear that I don't really discuss and or confront often, but it's definitely a thing. And I think growing up, not seeing very many successful marriages and or relationships, it kind of in a way shaped relationships as something that does not last very long, right? So even when I think now there's only really one successful marriage specifically that I have in my life, and that is my mom and my stepfather. But even before that, I think relationship was already tainted in a way that just was like, okay, whatever, we just gonna be doing what we do and not gonna really last that long. Okay. So I think being in a social media driven culture, it is sometimes hard, although we know that, you know, social media is not reality all the time and just that the third, okay, cool. But when you are in a social media driven culture that shows you, hey, a part of my success is relationship, a part of my success or accomplishment is, you know, having a big house, the kids, this, that, and the third. And listen, I know I'm only 23. I know, I have time. Okay, cool, I get it. But it does not make it any less of a challenge when that's all that you see on a day-to-day basis, essentially. So being met with that idea of like fear of being alone. Yeah, attention, one thing that I read, I said, attention is really a moment of relief no matter how real or fake it is. And I think that's why I stayed in having so much reckless sex for so long, is because it was that idea of like, okay, every time I've tried to do a relationship, it either A, has not made it past the talking stage, and or B, just has not worked out. So the next best thing is to temporarily have somebody's attention, to give me some kind of relief in a moment, and then on the next day, I just be on to the next person. So I've historically have done this thing where I've had sexual relationships or sexual encounters with strangers, right? So it was a thing of like, to protect myself, I don't want to know you. I don't want to know your name. I don't want to know really where you're from. I don't want to know anything. All I know is I want X, Y, and Z. We're going to do what we do and leave. right? I'm sorry. But that was an idea that I held for a very long time. And it wasn't even until this moment where I'm like, that was all based in the idea of that, like, I'll never really be better than this. Like, and this is not to come on anybody who is currently, you know, just having casual sex, because, I mean, do you? But for me, in my experience, I think a lot of that sexual behavior was driven by a place of fear or a belief that, like, I'll never be good enough to be in a relationship. I'll never be good enough to be in something that is exclusively me and another person. And that's a fear. It just is. And I don't know if I have, like I said at the beginning, I don't know if I have any like grand resolution, grand like landing point. Yeah, even when I look at, you know, the various relationships that, or the various, I don't even know what to call them because they're not really relationships. But when I look at the people who I've tried to either have like an actual relationship or a sexual relationship with, I put up with a lot. I put up with a lot of degrading moments. People treating me like I'm just a piece of meat. People treating me like I'm just, you know, a second option. And it took a long time for me to realize, like, you're nobody's second option, period. Like, you are that one. And I truly believe that everybody deserves to have that. Like, I'm that one, period. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, I'm that one. And you coming with me or you being connected to me is an upgrade. You being connected to me, listen, okay? But it took me a while to get there. And I think I put up with a lot of degrading things, and I still do sometimes, and I still struggle, and it's still a journey through this. But I think I put up with a lot of that. Is a big reason why I put up with a lot of that is simply because I never thought that, and sometimes still, to be completely honest, I never thought that I would be able to have or be good enough to have anything more than what I put up with. So it's just like I said already, this is better than nothing. This is better than 1, 2 o'clock at night, you know, feels like the walls are caving in on me and I'm just gonna be alone by myself forever. You know, it's better than wanting so desperately to be in conversation with somebody or be in a text thread with somebody that I text the one that's toxic for me. Yes, it's a continuous journey, and I never want to, even with my platform, I never want to put a facade or make it an underlying message of like I got it all together, because I don't. I'm still trying to figure this thing out. But I think with me being open with where I currently am, me being open with the things that I still deal with, I think it allows the door to be open for me to continue with this healing process and not feel like I have it all together, or not feel like there's certain things that I cannot talk about. So yeah, that's just kind of where I am. And the crazy part about it is when people think about loneliness, I think it's like, for me at least, it's like I have so many people around me, so why do I feel lonely still? But I think the more and more that I focus in on being one with God, being one with myself, being one with my story, I think it allows and even welcomes true love, true connection. And that's what I value most. So yeah, this is my leap of faith, if you will. This is my walking blind, if you will. because I don't really know where this thing is going to lead me after posting this. So hopefully you guys were able to gain something from this, if anything. But yeah, I don't know if the energy has been off. I don't know, but I do know that I'm supposed to post this video. And I was really nervous. My heart was really racing before I even pressed record. I had to do several takes. But hopefully you guys were able to get something from this. If you want to continue this conversation, please make sure that you guys comment down below or DM me directly, and we can continue this conversation and really have a dialogue. And this is what this is for. This is for pure connection. This is for open dialogue. So yes, I did it. Yay. That was so corny. But yes, that was the video. Be on the lookout for more videos in the coming weeks. I'm super excited to really see where this YouTube journey continues to go, because it's really like hey, this is the video that I posted today. So I really hope you guys enjoyed it. There will be more videos to come. Until next time, I will see you later.